senators stayed up all night working on President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Tuesday, July 1st. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Senate Republicans hope they are just hours away from passing President Trump's tax and immigration bill. It's a $3.3 trillion package. It contains new tax breaks, cuts to Medicaid, billions in spending for immigration enforcement, and much, much more. Senate Majority Leader John Thune spoke in support of the bill on the Senate floor yesterday.
What we are doing here is extending tax relief for the American people, keeping their rates low, making sure they don't have their child tax credit cut in half, their standard deduction cut in half, including new provisions that provide more relief for working Americans, which is what President Trump campaigned on.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, though, had a very different line on the bill.
This bill, as we have said for months, steals people's health care, jacks up their electricity bill, takes away their jobs, all to pay for tax breaks for billionaires.
Senate Republicans have a 53-47 majority. That means they can only afford to lose 3 votes. And 2 Republicans have already indicated they will oppose the bill. To see how these very tired senators are doing, check out live updates on our homepage this morning. President Trump will visit Alligator Alcatraz in Florida today. That's our second story. An opening ceremony is planned today at the new immigration detention facility in the Everglades. It's been dubbed Alligator Alcatraz by Trump administration allies, and it has already sparked controversy. Immigration rights groups have raised human rights concerns about the makeshift facilities, and environmental advocates have warned about potential harm to wildlife in the sensitive landscape. Trump's visit to the site is meant to highlight his crackdown on immigration. Recent polls show that Americans increasingly disapprove of Trump's immigration policies, but the issue still energizes his core supporters. Number 3. A suspect was identified in the shooting of Idaho firefighters. On Sunday, 2 firefighters responding to a fire in northern Idaho were killed in an ambush-style attack.
Some law enforcement right now, there's an active shooter zone. They're shot. BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody's shot up here.
That was audio of terrified first responders reporting the attack. Authorities said a gunman intentionally set a fire to lure the firefighters before firing on them. They said the suspect was later found dead near the scene. The suspect was identified yesterday as 20-year-old Wes Rowley. He appeared to be living out of his car and had had minor run-ins with local law enforcement, but he had no criminal history. The 2 deceased firefighters were also identified as John Morrison and Frank Harwood. Number 4. The jury is out in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. After hearing 7 weeks of testimony, jurors will meet for a second day of deliberations this morning. The music mogul faces up to life in prison if he's convicted of the most serious sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Prosecutors argued that Combs used power, violence, and fear to carry out alleged crimes. Defense attorneys argued that Combs' accusers were willing participants in his notorious drug-fueled sex parties. The case dealt with the cult of celebrity and the complexities of coercion. Our reporters watched every day of this trial. You can find their key takeaways in our newsletter. And keep an eye out on our homepage today for any news from the jury. Scientists are losing access to a key tool for tracking hurricanes. That's our 5th story. On Monday, the Pentagon announced that at the end of this month, it will stop sharing key satellite data with hurricane forecasters. That's a month later than initially planned. The move was first announced last week and sparked immediate concerns. Defense Department satellites can observe microwave frequencies of storms, and that's how meteorologists can keep an eye on what tropical storms are up to overnight. Losing that data means they may not be able to see it when a storm unexpectedly strengthens or changes course in the darkness. Some experts say the loss of data could set forecasting capabilities back by decades, and it's at a time when more hurricanes are undergoing rapid intensification in a matter of hours. Number 6. If you live in Japan, you can hire someone to quit your job for you. The Tokyo-based company Momori offers a strange but useful service. Its agents will quit jobs on behalf of clients who want to avoid the uncomfortable conversations with their managers. In Japanese, the company name means "I can't take it anymore." That's the company's very catchy jingle. The service has grown since the pandemic, which disrupted Japan's tradition of staying at the same company for your whole life. And as with younger generations around the world, quitting is becoming increasingly popular among Japanese people in their 20s and 30s. And it's becoming increasingly easy, especially if you can get someone else to do it for you. And at number 7, a father and daughter went overboard on a Disney cruise. But this story has a happy ending. On Sunday, a father and his 5-year-old daughter ended up in the water while returning to South Florida from the Bahamas. It's not totally clear how or why they went overboard, but authorities said it didn't appear to be anything suspicious. And according to Disney, the pair were rescued by crew members within minutes. That is a real stroke of luck. Experts say such a swift rescue is unprecedented. Video posted on social media showed passengers cheering as the pair were pulled into a rescue boat. The man could be seen pumping his fist as people applauded. So that's certainly a story this family will be telling for years to come. All right, you're all caught up. For your next listen, the latest episode of Try This is out today. The new season is all about gut health. Friend of the Seven, Christina Quinn, explores what the gut microbiome is and what it's doing in our body. And best of all, she has tips on what it takes to have a gut-healthy life. You and your gut flora can find Try This wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.